On the 611th day of the war in Ukraine, the fighting was concentrated in these areas. On Zaporizhzhia front, during the last 48 hours, battles intensified as both sides were seen engaging their mechanized units near the settlements of Robotyne, Kopani and Novoprokopivka. According to Russian and Ukrainian sources, the Ukrainian army maintains the pressure on the western flank, and during the last few days, Ukrainians managed to make some advances near Nesteryanka and west of Robotyne. Northwest of Nesteryanka, Ukrainian forces captured several tree lines only 2 kilometers away from the Russian-controlled town, forcing the Russian troops to fall back and take new positions near the settlement. The activity of the Ukrainian forces in this direction can be confirmed by the footage published by Russian sources, which show the Russian artillery shelling the tree lines in this direction. During the past few days, heavy battles have been reported taking place in the areas between Kopani and Robotyne. Here, both sides were seen engaging tanks and armored vehicles in attempts to improve their tactical position before the weather conditions start to deteriorate. The Ukrainian army launched a series of attacks west of Robotyne, aiming to clear the tree-line positions, expand the buffer zone in this direction, and secure more favorable positions by taking the heights west of this village. After a few days of battles in this area, Russian source Rebar reported today that Ukrainian forces achieved some success in this direction, despite suffering some losses, including 3 Leopard 2 tanks and an armored fighting vehicle. On the other hand, Russian forces also suffered some losses on their side when one of their counterattacks in this area was ambushed by the Ukrainian artillery, who destroyed one of their T-72B3 tanks and a BTR armored personnel carrier. As I have mentioned on previous videos, after days of heavy fighting, the Russian forces managed to improve their positions in front of their main line of defense in the areas between the towns of Novoprokopivka and Verbove. Recent geolocated footage proves that the Russians even managed to return to their positions along the road that connects the two settlements. However, because the area remains under their full fire control, the 71st Brigade of the Ukrainian army managed to shell Russian positions and inflict heavy casualties on the Russian infantry forces. With the support of artillery and FPV drones, Ukrainian forces also counterattacked in the heights between Novoprokopivka and Verbove, aiming to stop the slow advance of the Russian forces north of their main line of defense. The aftermath of the clashes that took place in this direction is still unclear, as artillery forces on both sides worked over the entire area, probably forcing both sides to withdraw. In Bakhmut front, battles continue in the Klishivka-Kurdiumivka sector, as well as northwest of the city of Bakhmut. According to Ukrainian sources, the Ukrainian army made small tactical advances east of Avdiivka, and now they are shifting their attention towards the town of Kurdiumivka. Ukrainian forces continue their attempts to expand their area of control and break through the Russian lines north of Zelenopilya and Kurdiumivka, while the part of the Ukrainian forces maintain the pressure on the Russian positions from the west by constantly conducting artillery strikes and small raids with their anti-tank crews. In response, the Russian command has decided to deploy more forces northwest of Bakhmut and is trying to expand the area of control along the forest near the Berkivka's reservoir as well as east of Kromove. After some initial Russian success, the Ukrainian forces counterattacked, and during the past 48 hours, they managed to destroy at least 3 Russian BMP-3 infantry fighting vehicles in this area, stopping the Russian advance. In Donetsk front, battles are ongoing north and southwest of Avdiivka. Due to the poor weather conditions and the frequent Ukrainian counterattacks on their flank, the Russian forces did not manage to make any significant advances on this sector during the last 24 hours. With the arrival of the new reinforcements, Ukrainian forces are conducting substantial operations on the northern flank, and with the help of the artillery fire, they managed to dislodge the Russian forces from some of their advanced positions north of Krasnohorivka. Even though the Russian army has already changed their strategy and is now relying more on small infantry units to attack the Ukrainian positions, the Ukrainian drone and artillery units still managed to destroy at least 3 MTLB armored fighting vehicles, 1 BMP-1 infantry fighting vehicle, and 2 artillery systems during the past 24 hours on this sector. Friends, if you like my daily updates, I kindly ask you to hit the like and subscribe buttons, as this will greatly help the channel to reach a wider audience. That's all for today's update. Thank you to my Patreon supporters, and have a great day.